আসসালামু আলাইকুম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহি ওয়া বারাকাতুহু এভরিওয়ান হোয়াটসঅ্যাপ ওয়েলকাম টু মিস্টার রবিন। তো চলে এসেছি আরেকটি ফুটবলের লাইভ স্ট্রিম নিয়ে এবং দেখা যাক আজকের লাইভ স্ট্রিমে কি র্যাঙ্ক পুশিং কতটা ভালো করা যায় তার চেষ্টা করব, দেখা যাক কতটা ভালো সম্ভব হয়।
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle.
The midfield three, Peter, I think are going to be key in this lineup because it's a very expansive system.
Yeah, it certainly looks a very front-footed approach.
It is, and with the front three, especially the wide men running at and beyond the defence, there's going to be an awful lot asked of the midfield. They have to supply those balls the attack can run onto, while at the same time maintaining the team's overall shape by linking the front and back.
Who do you think this turns on, Jim?
Yeah, Romelu Lukaku, his physical characteristics are very impressive. They're always likely to attract the most attention, of course, but for me, it's not just that he's big and he's quick, it's his willingness to go direct with the ball at his feet, to take his man on, be brave and just head for goal. That's what makes him quite lethal.
Hard to disagree with that. Oh, that's horribly mistimed, and it's given. Penalty. Senegal have themselves a chance from the spot to open the scoring. Oh no, he's managed to miss it.
You couldn't ask for a better opportunity to equalise, but now he'll feel like the opposition have just scored.
Oh no, this does not look good. He's found a way through, and he shoots! Goal! Marseille! The breakthrough strike!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
A 1-0 lead established.
Yeah, but I think they all know too well that things are far from done here, and while there's never a good time...
Foul and a free kick in a very dangerous area. Well, that's a booking, always looked it.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Iniesta is standing over this one.
This is about as perfect a free kick position as you could wish for.
This is shapes to shoot! And he's there to get it away. Costa Curta. Roberto Baggio.
Senegal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose it.
He's under a lot of pressure. It's Baggio! Missed by a fraction. Roberto Carlos. Now it's Batistuta. Iniesta. And that has earned a reprieve for the time being. He's going to be disappointed with that.
Senegal certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
He's found a way through. Roberto Baggio. Senegal keep calm in the face of danger. Roberto Carlos did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Batistuta. Chance! They've scored! Senegal are all square. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
Is number 18, Lionel Messi.
Senegal grab the equaliser and we're all square.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Threads one in, and he welcomes it in. And this is back. Big chance! Marvellous goal! That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Yeah, that's what the game is all about. Excitement and entertainment.
And there's the end of the first half. Senegal come roaring back in quite some style. We've got a very different game now. The midway point of the game.
Well, Peter, I'm just thinking of the best way to describe that. Frantic,
Please look at the screen
frenzied.
for information on
It was unmissable and it was irresistible. Forget about the analysis on this one, just enjoy it.
Senegal head into the half-time break with a narrow lead, 2-1. And the action is back underway. And the pass is intercepted. Messi, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Now it's Griezmann. Oh, it's a promising build-up this, plenty of really nice passing. Oh, played right into his path. And this is Schneider. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, I thought they got off lightly there. The odds were stacked against them.
Now it's Schneider. Hernes. No, that's been intercepted. It's played through for him. Rijkaard. Roberto Baggio, the specialist in tearing teams apart. That pass has been well intercepted. Beckenbauer. Nice looking ball. That has been cut short.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away and eventually you might just get that little break.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Oh, nicely intercepted. Beckenbauer. Rijkaard. Marseille looking to pass their way through. Oh, that's a key interception. Xavi Alonso. Now it's Batistuta. Well seen, saw that coming.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
He's through here. Shot a goal! And it's in! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage, fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Substitution.
Senegal can now introduce the first of their substitutes. This is quite a battle.
Well, needless to say, Peter, they're eager to get going, but you have to wonder how much these boys have left in the tank.
Now it's Griezmann.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
It's loose, and there's a race for the ball.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Stood up well to him there. And here's Son Heung-min. David Villa. He can get that clear.
There will be 1 minute added time.
David Villa! That had everyone off their seats.
Well, I think the defence are breathing a big sigh of relief here. He really spanked that, and it wasn't far away at all.
And that will be the final act. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Senegal against Barcelona.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So we're up and running. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proved positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
Can he get on the end of this? And the shot! They've scored!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Well, that's beautifully weighted. Senegal have reclaimed it. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Tries to pass it through.
They want to be quick here. It's breakaway time.
Not the most accurate pass. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Threads one in. He gets big! Decent enough try.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing. Senegal really can't go chasing this game too soon. Any rash decisions now could see them lose.
And he shoots! He scored! Senegal are all square!
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
After 28 minutes is
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, this is to be expected, Peter, when you've got two strong teams of fairly equal standing. The outcome should all come down to finishing.
Stood up well to him there. And it's Doué. Ernest. Now it's Batistuta. Played out to the left flank. Oh, that is a nice touch. Ernest with the cross.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Ball is over the line. Oh, it's played into the area. And that's gone behind for a goal kick. A poorly directed kick from the keeper. He's given it away. Now it's Messi. Luis Suarez. Out of play for a goal kick. Rijkaard. Nice defending, it's got the job done. Luis Suarez. And he's there to retrieve it.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Thinks about the shot. Shoots! Marvellous goal! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then
And the whistle goes for half-time. Oh, what a comeback. Certainly I didn't see that coming, nor I think did many in this crowd. So we reached the halfway point.
Oh, what a half. It's been pulsating and totally absorbing. We're actually headed for a potential classic if this carries on. This is insanely good.
Senegal are up by the odd goal in 3, just about shading things at the break.
Substitution in progress.
And we're off again. Well, we expected better, and so did he. Claimed it back swiftly. That's a sharp pass. Potw. And it's Messi. It's loose, and there's a race for the ball. Haaland unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. No way through. No, he's not played the ball, that's a foul. And just to confirm that the referee did issue a yellow card for that earlier incident.
Yeah, and the whole stadium knew that was coming, apart from him, it seems.
And this is Batistuta. Haaland. Messi. Knocks it into space. And this is Messi.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Well, that looks like a final warning. Still no card.
Yeah, well, they were exposed and vulnerable, and he knew he had to do something to prevent a goal then.
Messi is standing over this one.
Well, this is his opportunity to make the...
Big chance! Oh, taken with style! What remarkable powers of recovery!
Wow, this is so good. I mean, seriously good. They're putting on quite a show here for us.
This is quite a battle.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Potw. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Owen. And the shot! Goal! Barcelona! And the comeback is complete. And he stuck it away as if laser guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
Barcelona take the lead.
Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
Costa Curta. Nicely aimed pass. And this is Batistuta. Done delicately. Well, that's well seen too. Baresi tries to clear. Baresi gets over and intercepts. Batistuta tries a shot! Really well taken goal. It's level again. What a match we have.
Exactly what you want to see from your players. Courage. Fight in the face of adversity. You couldn't ask for much more.
Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Substitution for Senegal, number 18, Messi.
So, time
Number
for changes
9,
on both sides,
Batistuta.
actually.
Number
So,
20,
all square and not for the first time.
Number
Can he
13,
finish? Oh, glorious batting goal! A finish of true class. And they've got their lead back. The invitation was clear, and it was accepted with the utmost glee.
And his manager couldn't look happier. That's the kind of interplay they've been working on in training, and it came off beautifully.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored. He's had a shot! He's got a goal! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! He does it all with an air of efficiency and simplicity.
Well, when you get in that position, it's all about composure. Panic can come into it, and it didn't.
So all square with almost no time remaining.
Minutes has been indicated.
Credit where it's due. This is great attitude. Now the only question is whether there's enough in the tank to grab another.
And he has been fouled there. The referee has resisted the temptation to go to his pocket. It's just a stern lecture. Rijkaard charging forward, the ball at his feet. He could be in here. Haaland. Shot a goal! Oh, what about that? And that may just do it! Oh, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
Welcome to the reality of modern football.
So that's it. It is all over. Senegal illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours,
Hello,
it might not
everybody,
feel
and
like that.
welcome to today's
The
match.
stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. We have already started here. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
I'd say Potw. I'm trying to come up with a flaw in his game, and I can't. Dependable and strong in every aspect of a goalkeeper's job, and he breeds confidence for his defence.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Batistuta is fouled. Oh, he's taken it. Shot could be on. It's Luis Suarez! They want to be quick to recover this. Makaleli. And it's Ferry. Great vision. And the finish! Goal! Senegal! And Senegal score first. And he stuck it away as if laser-guided.
Well, Peter, I think the keeper knew straight away he was never going to get to it.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we had. Chance! It's loose now, and they want to get it back. Madrid look happy to sit back for the moment here.
Yeah, everything they're doing screams counter-attack, but it's a long counter-attack. When they win it back, they're not wasting it.
Luis Suarez! Played over towards the opposite flank.
Good switch, that.
Maldini. Nice looking ball. Howson cuts it out.
Suarez really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Rafael Leao. Has a look and plays it forward. Roberto Carlos does well to stand firm and defend it. Senegal do have a chance to counter here. Can he get on the end of this? And he's managed to get free.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. That's going to go a long way. Messi unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Now it's Messi. Son Heung-min, and he was alert to it. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. Costa Curta getting this one clear. Now it's Batistuta. Threads one in. Oh, that's a key interception. And it's half-time here. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break.
Yeah, I like the fact that there was a genuine flow to this game, as well as intent. But I can't help feeling that their efforts deserved that little bit more.
Senegal, the happier of the teams, heading in for half-time, 1-0 up. Here we go again.
Senegal definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to kill this off.
Oh, there's a probing ball. Now it's Batistuta. Nicely spread. Goal kick. No, I stand corrected, it's a corner.
Substitution for Senegal, number 20.
There's a defensive height advantage here, Peter, but of course it's not guaranteed to work.
Yeah, they've got to find a way around this huge height disadvantage. And he's gone backward here. And it's Zico.
Coming on the field.
Looking for the run.
Number 77.
And now a sudden chance to counter.
Number 11. Erling Haaland. Number 17.
Now it's Haaland.
Son Heung-min.
Lovely
Number
pass,
10.
but can he get there?
Frank Lampard.
Oh, and that pass
Number
just didn't
15.
quite work. Oh,
Neymar.
terrible mistake. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And he cuts out the supply.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
This is a really front-footed approach.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Applies the finish! A collective sigh of relief from the defence. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Well, the run has been sold a little bit. Chance for a shot!
That's just playing it safe and simple.
The message is clear. None shall pass. That's a good ball.
They may end up with some regret with this tactic, but you have to admire their commitment to goals.
Now this could be a chance. No messing about, just bludgeoned away.
Variety is the spice of footballing life too. They need to alter their approach and start shifting this ball out wide.
Zico is herring after that one. Brilliantly cut out.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
Batistuta.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Nicely weighted ball. That's that, the end. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen? Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Against Barcelona.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. Well, Fabio Cannavaro may not be a giant in physical terms, Jim, but his reputation, his presence are as imposing as they come.
Yeah, he's proved positive that being a top-class centre-half isn't all about physicality and height. You know, he's only 5'9", but he's imperious in the air. It just goes to show the importance of how he reads the game, the anticipation, the positioning.
And it's Messi. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Wirtz. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Aimed beyond the defence. Now it's Kvaratskhelia. Now, what about this cross? There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
Owen.
Yeah, the crowd have tried to spark some excitement, but to no avail. This needs something explosive.
Van Dijk. Barcelona upping the intensity here, having lost possession.
Yeah, it's actually very good pressing. They want it.
Owen! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
And we have our very first corner. De Bruyne goes short. Lovely ball. Mohamed Salah!
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
It's run loose here. And now a sudden chance to counter. Batistuta. This is promising. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Went with his head, but couldn't steer it in. Out for a throw. That has not gone well. Iniesta is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
De Bruyne can so cleverly bypass the press. It's not an especially good pass, that. Deftly away. What a throw in. Looking for options for movement. Now here's the delivery. And that has been cleared. Now it's Mohamed Salah. He's found a way through. And he's been shifted off it. Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
There will be 1 minute added time.
This is Owen. And we've reached half-time. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So both teams still stuck on the starting blocks here, 0-0 at the break. And that's the start of another 45 minutes. So just the goalkeeper to beat. Decent chance! No mistake! The second half off to a spectacular start. That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
That's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Looking to play him in. Batistuta gets into a good position. Czech deals with that, nice and simple. Senegal still trailing by one and looking here to take it up a notch after the break. Threads one in. And the shot! It's bounced back off the post. Vitz.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
That looks a good ball through. Owen gets through on it. And a chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
Substitution for Senegal, number 9.
Barcelona have their second corner now.
Number 13, Paris. Number 18.
And it's been
Messi.
taken short. Now it's
Number
Mohamed
20,
Salah.
Suarez.
And
Number
now they can
14,
spring out of defence.
Xabi Alonso. Coming on the field.
Now, can they get him
Number
away?
77,
Played into
David
space
Villa.
out wide.
Number 15.
Well,
Neymar.
that's certainly more like it. They
Number
can't let the
17,
intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again
Number
and
21,
again.
They just need to sort out their end product,
Number
and
10,
quickly.
Frank Lampard.
It's Neymar! He's keen, determined to have his say.
Senegal really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
Your impression so far, Jim?
Well, the time has arrived to start taking risks. They may well be happy just to level this.
Nice try, but he wasn't buying it. David Villa is a player who barely needs an invitation to shoot.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Senegal really might just end up kicking themselves after that. That could well have been it.
He's in a great position here, and he's managed to get free.
This usually is the time teams go into conservation mode.
And it's Neymar. He can run onto that. David Villa unable to make it happen for all his good intentions.
2 added minutes has been indicated.
Oh, Red, nice interception. Van Dijk is there to clear. That's been cut out, well played. And that will be it. Quite a game, and one that was always on a knife edge until the very final whistle. No shortage of endeavour. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it, the way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when... And a chance! It's there!
Listen, the big names earn their reputations for precisely the reason we've just seen. They have a habit of making their presence felt, and here we are, early stages. He struck one, and he looks hungry for more.
The movement so precise, the big chance! Goal! That is remarkable, all square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Big header! Marvellous goal! That is a fine goal, really efficiently done.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done. Barcelona take the lead. Now this could be a chance. Midway through the first period, and it's looking quite a game here. Now it's Messi. Decent chance! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Senegal certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
Looking to play him in. It's a good... He's got tall! Really well taken goal! And they're at it again in double quick time! He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Clinical, just clinical. What a game this is turning out to be for him.
This is frightening football. He has increased defensive fear on the way to that hat-trick.
That could spell trouble. And he's there to get it away. Oh, what a ball! Shot a goal! Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, this looks sharp. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Nicely weighted ball. Oh, he's certainly caught him there, it's a free kick. Quickly taken. Messi. And here's Stojkovic. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Quality ball. Ambitious ball here. Oh, they could be caught out here. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, taken with style. A goal at a really telling moment. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment. Messi! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Messi actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. That has been knocked clear. Senegal are looking to go forward now.
3 minutes added time.
He's found the way through. Oh, lovely bit of skill. And again. They've scored! Again, we are level. What a contest!
Oh, what a fabulous game this is.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. The midway point of the game.
We've seen some really terrific football in that half with the flow of goals. And of course there are mistakes, but I'm not in a mood to moan.
Substitution for Barcelona, number 23, Soboslai. Coming on the field.
The second
is
half then, just
number
getting
2,
going.
Costa Curta. Substitutions taking
Son
place.
Heung-min. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Potw. Senegal come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ernest. Oh, that's well spotted. Stojkovic. Donadoni has it in a wide position. That is Stuta! And that is doing no harm at all.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Substitution in progress.
Senegal have turned to their bench, and we're going to have a substitution. Costa Curta. And it's Lampard. It's Roberto Carlos. That is good alertness. And he's on his way! Howson kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. A slightly better ball would have led to a very different outcome there.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision.
Neymar. Son Heung-min. Can he get on the end of this? Oh, good ball! And he shoots! Goal! Senegal! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward!
Oh, he did so well to hold his run and stay on side, Peter. That was really clever.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it.
That's very disappointing, it has to be said.
Senegal surely have to be commended for their drive and desire. Most teams would be taking the easier defensive route by now.
No, that's been intercepted. Driven forward.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Rijkaard. And it's Stojkovic. Now it's Donadoni. Looking for the run. Donadoni. And the shot! Same again, same outcome.
Barcelona really have stepped it up now. They could have been a bit more greedy and forced the issue.
They've played it short.
I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
It's Son Heung-min! And yes, it's there! And there's the goal they've been looking for. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Well, Peter, they should just never have lost the ball from there, but you have to give credit and
added minutes
fairness
has
to
been
the
indicated.
front-footed pressing too. Made things quite uncomfortable for them.
2 up and very little time left. Surely this is it.
Well, I think if they're going to have any hope from here, they'll need to see their more experienced lads step up to the plate now.
And he's managed to gift it back. Now it's Donadoni. And that is as far as it goes. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
I'm afraid to tell you that
Well,
we're
from
expecting
behind, Jim,
traffic
that
to be
is
heavy
some
after
win,
the
isn't it?
final whistle
I take
today.
this every week, Peter. What a fabulous game. It's amazing no matter how much they were down. They never